In a road rage incident was in court today. I have more on her increased bail.
More insurance companies are requesting rate hikes for California homeowners.
The bottom line here is that rates are going up with no immediate appreciable difference in the access to coverage.
What's prompting the requests and when you could see the increased cost?
20 years after Katrina, San Diego firefighters reflect on their mission to help.
From fighter pilot to political scandal, tonight we are looking back on the life of Randy Duke Cunningham.
It was a Guinness record, across the country skate in 61 days. And we'll tell you why he did it.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
That breaking news is out of the Miramar area where there is a massive police response following a chase that ended with shots fired. Good evening. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. A SIG alert is now in effect for the 15 South right at the 163 split where all of this came to an end, and it is causing traffic to really back up in that area. CBS 8's Richard Allen joins us live not far from the scene with what we know right now. Richard?
That's right. Talk about a traffic nightmare at the start of this busy holiday weekend, Marcella. If you take a look behind me, you can see this drama unfolding. Now, we're still working to get information as to what led up to this, but we understand at this point that what ended here on the 15th South, right at 163 split, began earlier this afternoon up in Escondido with some sort of altercation between potentially a female driver and Escondido police. Now, that incident led to a vehicle pursuit southbound from Escondido, ending here with a vehicle crash, and we understand with shots fired. Now, we're still trying to confirm this, but we do understand at this point that it was police who fired those shots, ending here at the 15 South, right before the Kearney Villa Road exit at the 163 split. Now, from our chopper, we did see one person being taken away on a stretcher and placed into an ambulance. At this point, though, we do not know that person's condition. And since arriving here on the scene, we've also seen authorities putting up crime scene tape as this investigation continues, an investigation that could very easily last hours. For commuters here on the 15 South at the beginning of this Labor Day holiday weekend, this is truly a nightmare. A SIG alert has been announced. Traffic backed up for miles as this investigation into this officer-involved shooting continues. We'll continue to stay on top of this, and we will bring you the latest. Carlo and Marcella?
Thanks so much, Richard. Stay with us for the very latest on this developing story as we work to learn more details. We'll have any updates posted on CBS8.com. You can also follow us on social media or download our free CBS 8 streaming app.
The woman in the middle of what's being called a road rage rampage made her first appearance in court today, facing a judge and a long list of charges. The wild incident was all caught on camera.
And investigators say the driver severely injured a man who was standing on the sidewalk. CBS 8's Alex Cheney was in the courtroom today. He joins us live from Vista with the very latest details. Alex?
Yeah, hey there. Lindsay Bigby looked nervous in the courtroom today as she pled not guilty to, as you said, that road rage rampage where she smashed into several cars and also injured a man pretty seriously who was just standing there on the sidewalk. I spoke to that man's father today, who gave me an update on his son's recovery.
All clients enter pleas of not guilty and deny any and all allegations.
41-year-old Lindsay Bigby was wearing handcuffs in Vista Court today as her lawyer entered a plea of not guilty. The judge ordered us not to show her face. Charges related to this incident caught on camera. Deputies say Bigby, driving a Toyota Sequoia, was aggressively pursuing 42-year-old Nathan Robeson, who was driving a Jeep Cherokee. During the rampage, Bigby is accused of hitting Robeson, then running into several cars parked on the residential street. She then hit a man standing on the sidewalk who was trying to call 911. That man, 21-year-old Leo Peralta, was dragged and run over by her vehicle. He suffered a broken leg and other injuries. Bigby then hit two more cars before getting out and entering Robeson's Jeep Cherokee. The San Diego County Sheriff's Office told CBS 8 that Lindsay and Nathan lived together, and a domestic dispute between the two spilled onto the roadway. After a 3-day search, Bigby and Robeson were arrested together in Mission Bay on Wednesday. Bigby is charged with felony hit and run and assault with a deadly weapon, while Robeson is charged with aiding and abetting. In the courtroom today, the prosecution asked for Bigby's bail to be increased from $250,000 to $500,000 with an additional stipulation.
Make that bail
you're not to drive at all. No driving.
If Bigby makes bail, she won't be allowed to drive. Leo Peralta's dad wants her to never drive again. He was in the courtroom today. He told us his son is still in the hospital. Peralta had metal plates put into his leg, and his body is having a hard time accepting them. He is also enduring plasma transfusions. He said Leo's recovery process is moving slowly. Bigby is due back in court on September 9th. Reporting live from Vista, I'm Alex Cheney, CBS 8.
Thanks, Alex. An unfounded report of two men carrying guns and knives prompted a San Marcos Elementary School to go into lockdown today. Sheriff's investigators say a student at Julian Leetag Elementary told a staff member about some suspicious men seen near South Rancho Santa Fe Road and State Route 78 around 7:30 this morning. The campus was in lockdown for about 90 minutes before deputies concluded there was no credible threat.
Right now, an Encinitas City Council member is facing charges stemming from an encounter that happened last month. Records show that Luke Schaefer is facing felony assault charges and 2 misdemeanors, one for hit and run, the other alleging he used his position on the City Council to retaliate against a resident. Right now, it's unclear what happened during that July 5th incident. Schaefer is scheduled to be arraigned on September 9th. We've reached out to him for comment, but have not yet heard back.
If you're heading out the door for one last summer vacation, you are not alone. Today was expected to be another busy day at airports across the country and on our roads. AAA says the worst time to drive is pretty much right now until 8 o'clock tonight, so still a couple more hours. And then when you're coming home Monday, between the hours of 1 and 4 p.m. Gas prices are about the same when compared to last year. Today, the average gas price in San Diego County, $4.67. A week ago, we were paying $4.59. You can also expect to see a lot of CHP officers on the road this holiday weekend. The CHP's maximum enforcement period started just moments ago at 6 o'clock for the long holiday weekend, and that means all available officers will be out and about looking to catch drivers who are under the influence. The CHP says for the past 5 years, Labor Day weekend has averaged 1,000 DUI arrests statewide and 28 deadly crashes, resulting in more than 30 deaths within their jurisdiction.
Governor Gavin Newsom is backing 2 groundbreaking proposals that could transform how hundreds of thousands of Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash drivers work all across the state. The first bill would give app-based drivers the right to unionize for the first time. That is a dramatic shift from the current system where they are classified as independent contractors. Employment lawyer Annie Ellis explains the current challenge.
These are gig workers. They're 1099 independent contractors, which means they don't have employee rights, and you have to be an employee in order to unionize. Who do I complain to? There's no state enforcement agency for independent contractors. I can't call HR. I'm not an employee.
A second measure aims to slash soaring insurance costs that drivers currently face. While these changes could improve working conditions, they may come with a price tag for consumers. Both bills are moving through the legislature now. If the unionization measure does pass, it would mark the largest expansion of collective bargaining rights in state history. Brace yourself, homeowners. California insurance companies are starting to request rate hikes under the state's new insurance reform plan.
As CBS 8's David Gottfredson reports, 2 companies have requested nearly 7% rate increases for homeowners insurance this month.
Mercury and CSA are 2 of the largest sellers of home insurance in California.
It's no coincidence that Mercury Insurance and AAA provider CSAA Insurance both requested 6.9% rate increases this month, because any rate increase request above 7% could have triggered a mandatory public hearing before the California Department of Insurance.
We see the insurance companies here filing for 6.9% rate increases. That is explicitly because they want to avoid the possibility of a public rate hearing instigated by consumers.
Carmen Belber is the executive director of the nonprofit Consumer Watchdog. She says the 2 insurance companies are the first to request rate hikes under the state's new sustainable insurance strategy, which means the increases can include forward-looking wildfire risk models and the costs of reinsurance.
Both reinsurance costs and these black box wildfire models are not reviewable by the public. Both of those things are calculated in secret, and we can't really evaluate them for fairness.
The state's new insurance reforms aim to cover more homes in high-risk fire zones, offer discounts to homeowners who reduce wildfire risks on their properties, and decrease reliance on the California FAIR Plan. But those reforms also come with higher insurance rates for consumers.
The bottom line here is that rates are going up with no immediate appreciable difference in the access to coverage for Californians.
Mercury Insurance said in a news release, the rate increase won't be allocated evenly across all policyholders. Residents in higher risk areas could see larger increases, while customers in lower risk areas could see decreases. Most homeowners will not see these rate increases until the end of their policy term, so get ready for a sticker shock when you receive the bill in the mail. David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
A bookie who took thousands of sports bets from the former interpreter for baseball star Shohei Ohtani learns his fate in court.
We'll have those details still ahead. Plus, a former disgraced San Diego congressman has died. We take a look back at how Randy Duke Cunningham is being remembered.
But first, we hear from San Diego firefighters called to action in the wake of Hurricane Katrina as they reflect on their heroic mission 20 years later.
Blanket cloud cover had us much cooler yesterday with our daytime highs, but we're still uncomfortable because of all that mugginess out there. Now we have nothing but sunshine and much warmer temperatures that bring us back into that seasonal range. What does the weekend have in store? Those details are coming up.